The Pacific Giants Clash, World War II. In the Pacific, World War II was a global conflict that engulfed most nations, but the specific events in the Pacific left a profound mark on the course of the war and world history. Among the most prominent of these events was the war between the United States and Japan, a clash of giants that spanned several years and witnessed dramatic events and radical changes in the global political map. The roots of conflict and rising tensions. The roots of the conflict between the United States and Japan can be traced back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, as the two nations competed for influence in the Asia-Pacific region. Japan sought regional expansion and to secure sources of raw materials, while the United States aimed to preserve its commercial interests in the region. Tensions between the two nations escalated as Japan pursued an aggressive expansionist policy, including the invasion of Manchuria and China. The United States responded to these actions by imposing economic sanctions on Japan, including an oil embargo, which was essential for Japan's export-dependent economy. The attack on Pearl Harbor and a turning point. In an attempt to secure its resources and neutralize the American threat, Japan decided to launch a surprise attack on the American naval base at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii on December 7, 1941. The attack resulted in heavy casualties and equipment losses for the United States, and prompted the United States to enter World War. The attack on Pearl Harbor had a significant impact on the course of World War II, as it united the American people behind their leadership and prompted European nations to declare war on Japan. It also transformed the conflict in the Pacific into a full-scale war that lasted for several years and witnessed fierce battles. The War in the Pacific, prolonged and bloody battles. The war in the Pacific witnessed a series of intense naval, air, and amphibious battles. The warring forces used the latest military technologies, including aircraft carriers, submarines, and bombs. Some of the most notable of these battles include the Battle of Midway. In this battle, the U.S. forces achieved a decisive victory and halted Japan's advance in the Pacific. The Battle of Guadalcanal. This was a long and bloody battle that lasted for several months, aimed at controlling a strategic island in the Solomon Islands. The battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa. These were brutal amphibious battles that resulted in heavy casualties on both sides. The tragic end, the atomic bombs. As American forces neared the Japanese mainland, the end of the war was imminent. In an attempt to end the conflict and avoid greater human losses, the United States decided to drop atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. This led to the unconditional surrender of Japan in September of the same year, bringing an end to World War II in the Pacific. The aftermath of the war. World War II in the Pacific left a profound impact on the warring nations and the world as a whole. Japan lost its colonial empire, its cities were devastated, and its economy was shattered. The United States emerged as a global superpower and assumed a leadership role in rebuilding Japan and shaping the New World Order. Conclusion. The U.S.-Japanese War was one of the most significant events of the 20th century and marked a turning point in world history. It was a long and bloody conflict that left a lasting legacy that continues to be studied by researchers and historians to this day.